Hello and welcome back to another video. Today I'll be showcasing a build very similar to this. It's easier than this, but this is just like pretty compact. Some unnecessary redstone is in this one. This is just my first build. This is a useless machine. And it does what the name says. It's useless. It's just piston that breaks a lever. If you want to build this, then so what you'll need is one piston, some sticky pistons, redstone torch, redstone dust, repeater, observer, and of course a lever. And thank you for David for suggesting my microphone problems. So get a 3x4 area like this. It doesn't have to be 3x4. I think it can be 3x3. So what you want to do, get a block and make sure that the lever is on the block. Place some redstone dust and then do this. Alright, this is the input. So let me get a different color of wool. So now we have to do the double piston extender, which, believe it or not, it's simple if you know what you're doing for the most part. So do something that looks like this. Now you want to put a block there, piece of redstone, repeater set to 3 ticks, a block right there with redstone dust on it. Make sure the redstone dust has this little cross pattern like this. That's only if you're in 1.16. If you're 1.15, then it will automatically look like this. But make sure it is like this, or it will not work. Then you want to take a repeater, set it to 2 ticks, and a block. So now, if we get this lever, put it right there, we should have our double piston extender. Now to connect it up, we're going to need a block like this. So what you want to do, take your repeater, set it 3 ticks, then you want to get a piece of glass. You'll only need 1 block of glass for this build, and do it like this. The glass is so it doesn't power a piston that I'll show you later on in the build. Okay, we can just get rid of that piece of glass. And now what you need is this floor, so it will like be flush and everything. So start out by putting a sticky piston right there, and an iron block, or not really an iron block, you can use whatever block you want, like if it's the wall or something. This is your wall block, so it'll be flush with the wall. And then you want to go back to your blue circuit, or my blue circuit, whatever, and I believe you can just do that. And do something that looks like this. So the redstone will travel up. You can do it slightly different, but it needs to be this way. And now what you want to do is we can test it. Does this in fact work? I actually need to test it from right here. It does work. But you see, this piston is not re-extended. It needs a block update. And we also need to power this piston to break our lever. So I created this idea that we can just do this. Put a piston like that. Make sure an observer is facing up, so you see this little red dot. Actually, we need this redstone torch to be 1 lower. There we go. Boom. Now we need it to be like this, so the observer will be updated when it crosses this line, because the redstone, well, actually it doesn't actually cut off the redstone because observers are somehow transparent, but it just gets a block update, and it will send an update to this piston right here. It will break the lever, and it will also update this piston on its retraction. So if we I'm gonna get another wool here. I'll be using black. So we don't actually need these blocks right here. Those are just there from when I started. So what you do, get a block under this block right here on this 2 ticks repeater. Place a piece of redstone, and you can just make a little staircase thingy. Make sure it goes around the redstone like this. Because if these redstone lines are crossed, it won't work. So it has to be like this. I mean, you can make it a little bit smaller. Just make it go around that block. Like that. You can do something like this. It's up to you. So now, if we flick this lever, it will work. It's only because this observer is powering this block. So if we place a piston right here, and let's say we do not power this redstone, instead we only power this, we can see if we place a lever right there, the lever is broken because this observer will power this block. So that's how the system works, and you've basically finished the build at this point. Very easy, pretty compact. I mean, you can always make it smaller, but it's really not that hard as long as you follow the tutorial. Or if I missed something, let me know in the comments and I'll correct it. But you can make this anywhere you want. It's just, if you want me to go further in depth on how it works, just let me know in the comments. Okay. One more thing about this build is the timing is customizable in most locations. For example, right here, it wouldn't be customizable, but right here it would. Yeah, this piston, because this piston is this piston controls this piston right here. Basically, when it comes to pushing the piston and updating stuff, that's what it all comes down to. So if we put a repeater right here set to 4 ticks, it's a little bit slower. But you could potentially have so many, just unlimited amount of repeaters until it gets to the point where not all the repeaters can be fully powered. Like, if you have 200 repeaters or something crazy like that, it wouldn't work. Well, it might work, but it all depends. So also, I forgot to mention that this block right here, if we have this a solid block, it will not work. That's because this block right here will power this piston, and it will not retract. So if we just get a slab here. So yeah, that's basically all you need to know. I forgot some information in the original recording. Alright, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and if you didn't, then just let me know in the comments on what I could fix. If I fixed any problems in this video, just let me know in the comments, and see ya.